Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good day, wherever you are listening from. I am Kendra McKee, Mrs. Kendra McKee, and I will be your host for this afternoon's Gigi show. So, rock and come in, share the live. Today is a wonderful day. It's Valentine's Day, it's the day of love. And so, with me this afternoon, I'm going to be introducing my wonderful panel. And I will start with the vibrant, energetic, my argument buddy, Idris Governor.
Thank you, Kendra. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I am broadcasting today from the beautiful island of Barbados, and I am happy to be here. Today's Valentine's Day. I believe that every day is meant for love. It shouldn't just be one day designated for love, but happy Love Day to you guys who are Valentine fans. Um, to those of you who are celebrating birthdays, anniversary, graduating. We want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, congratulations. To those of you who may have lost a loved one, I want to give our deepest condolences here from the Gigi Show to you guys. Um, Thank you guys so much, and you will be hearing from me later in the show.
Yes. And we go to the next person. I should say, she's my new buddy on the show. She's not, on too well today. She's a little under the weather because she's a vibrant bunny, but I know she will not let us down because she still will bring it. And that's my girl Leslie Bob Semple.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I Happy Love Day. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If you say. Yeah. Okay. So happy Saturday to you guys. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Please share the live. We're talking about love today, the intensity of it, if it's deliberate or not, your level of love. How do you love? How do you want to be loved? This topic is going to be interesting because everybody have their own way of showing love and how much they want to receive it. So share the live. Come on down. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours. We're on YouTube. So if Facebook is not your thing, you don't want to be on Facebook right now, please go over to YouTube. We are live over there as well. And subscribe. Please subscribe, because as you know, every week our topics, they just get better and better and better, and we want the world to see, to take part in our discussion every week, because you never know, you might be able to touch somebody that's listening and watching. So thank you for having us here. It's going to be an amazing 2 hours.
Yes. And we move right along to our boss lady, the lady of the show, Miss Gigi. And that is our new author of the book, Purpose in the Storm.
Hey guys, good evening. Thank you so much, Kendra, and for that introduction. But you guys, you know I don't like this boss thing too much. But anyway, thank you so much. And I want to say good evening, good morning, good night to each and everyone, wherever you're listening to us, whether it be in the US, the Caribbean, or around the world. And I want to welcome you to the Gigi Show. Listen, this is going to be an interesting show today. And I must say, of course, happy Valentine's to all those who are celebrating. I am not too much into the Valentine's thing, but for those who are celebrating, who believes in celebrating Valentine's, I want to celebrate with you today here on the show on behalf of each and every one of us. So, guys, sit back, rock back, and grab yourself a glass of red wine with your white outfit or your red outfit, and let's have a conversation about love. And also, do remember to join us. Go right now and join us on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. To want to say a big thank you to our master control, no other than Mr. Philip Drayton, for making this possible. So, guys, for those who don't have Facebook, go there, go onto YouTube and follow us and listen to the live show. All right. So sit back, rock back. And for those who are celebrating birthdays today, anniversary, whatever it is you're celebrating, we want to celebrate with you. And for those who would have lost a loved one, we are sending out our condolences to you on behalf of the Gigi Show, each and every one of us. So, guys, so rock back, sit back, get your wine, invite someone to get into the conversation this afternoon. Thank you.
Yes. And last but not least, we're not gonna make it look biased, and we have only women here. It's Valentine's. We need to get a man's perspective. So we will have Master Control showing up and giving us a few of his little, innuendos. He has a lot to say. He's very, very big on love. So no other than Mr.
Trust me.
Drayton.
But that's why Idris laugh out like them, huh?
Sorry.
You laugh out this thing, so pleasant good evening. Each and every one of you ladies looking beautiful this evening. Yeah, show up for grow up today.
Yeah.
We doing things.
It's always a privilege to be a part of, and it's going to be an interesting discussion too as well, And happy Valentine's to you ladies. Hope today was a productive day.
Thank you, Drayton. Thank you.
Thank you, Dre. Okay, now before we dive into the topic, because I know you're all excited and eager to get into this conversation, we're going to go straight to Idris, who's going to give us some information about a special thing and special item that we have coming up.
Hey, guys. Guess what? The Know Your Worth Foundation retreat is here again. 2026 edition of the Know Your Worth Foundation retreat. We always we do small groups. And the reason we do small groups is because we want it to be personal. We want people to feel safe. We want you to understand that whatever you may share at that retreat, it's being shared in a safe space. Nobody's going to take anything that you say in that room to anywhere else. So we always try to keep our group small. This year we're catering for 20 ladies. I got some bad news. Unfortunately, 11 slots are already gone. So we only have 9 slots available. Registration is open. The registration fee is $25. After registration, the package goes for $300, and that includes your transportation, your lodging, and your food. You get dinner, Friday night breakfast, Saturday morning lunch, Saturday dinner, Saturday night. And dinner Saturday night is always elegant. We dress up and we show up. Once again, we're going to have DJ Quinn with us. We're going to have a nice karaoke session. It's going to be beautiful. Location is on point. I can tell you guys that. The location is on point, on point, on point. So, like I said, registration is open for the Know Your Worth Foundation. We only have 9 spots remaining. We have been working really hard. From the time we decided that we were going to do the retreat and we set the date, it was go, 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 go. And people have been registering. Thank you for all those of you who have already registered. Thank you so much. If you guys want to register, you can either get in touch with myself or Gigi, and we will register you. You will send you $25, which is a non-refundable fee. The deadline for the payments of the $300 is April 1st. And I always try to let people know we are paying for a place, and we have to pay by a certain date or we will lose it. And I definitely don't want to lose this place because it's beautiful. So jump on board. Give me a call, give Gigi a call, and let's get you registered. First come, first serve. So the first 9 people that jump on board to register, they're the 9 that will take those 9 slots, all right? But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on May 1st to the 3rd at the Know Your Worth Foundation retreat, annual retreat. This is our 3rd year. We're growing up. You understand? We're growing up. We are growing up. We are 3 years old this year. Our retreat, that is, not the Know Your Worth Foundation. Not the foundation, the retreat. This is our 3rd year. So come on out, be a part of this phenomenal event that we host every year. And let's get this. But let me talk about the guest speaker a little bit. Our guest speaker this year is phenomenal. Powerful woman, powerful, powerful, powerful woman. And when she said today she agreed that she's going to come and do the keynote speech, I was elated. She's going to be able to really pour into you guys. So let's get on board. Thank you, Kendra.
And don't forget
Yes.
to tell them what's our theme this year.
Mm.
Oh, I can't remember. I never tell lie. I refuse to sit there and lie on a love day. You understand? But it's a powerful team. Did you tell us the team, please?
Becoming unstoppable, going after your purpose.
That is right.
All right.
Going after your
Love that.
sorry.
I love
Becoming
that.
unstoppable, going after
Going after your dreams.
yes,
Yeah.
going after your
So at least I know part. I know I'll be out any boat.
yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Kendra. Back to you.
Yes. So, ladies, remember that this is around Mother's Day. This could be a wonderful gift to your mother. It could be a little weekend retreat for you and your mother so that you guys can create a nice bond with each other, continue to build that
Yeah.
relationship. So, gentlemen, also you can surprise your wife with this as a nice little token for Mother's Day, because it's not only pouring into them, but it's gonna teach them how to socialize and be in unity and love with each other and loving themselves first, right? So you can only love on the day of love by loving yourself first and then able to give out. So we're gonna dive right into our topic, which is how do you love? How do you love? Your love languages, emotional intensity, or is it an international
Intentional.
intentional? Sorry, yeah, I know why thinking international. It's international.
We going international
Intentional,
is why.
it's intentional love. But I want to also ask my sister Les to give us a little, a little synopsis on how this Valentine thing came about. Is it really love? Is it I've heard a myth. But I don't want to say that myth. But I'm going to wait to hear what the information is today. So over to you, Les.
I didn't do any research on how Valentine came about because I'm really not into it. I feel like it's fake, but okay, sorry. What else?
That's when
Hello.
you're
I want
that's
to
when
be
you're
loved
fired.
daily. I want to be
You're
loved
fired.
I feel
daily.
you. I feel you.
I don't
Les.
want to
I
be
feel
loved
you.
just on the 14th of February. I want to be loved continually. This one
Absolutely.
day a year foolishness, I'm not into it. I've never been into it.
True.
It does not. I did my research on love languages, and there are 5 different love languages actually. Dr. Gary Chapman, he developed the framework for love languages in 1992 and described the different ways people express and receive love in relationships. I figured that's what we were talking about. That's why, I decided to do my research on that. Valentine's Day, it's fake news. It's foolishness. It's laziness. Valentine's Day is laziness. It's not. It doesn't sit right with me. Because I like. I love. I like to give attention. I like to show my affection on a daily basis. I don't want to wait for one day a year where men get to buy roses or whatever for whatever foolishness they're doing out there. Some of them do it because of that, just to show you oh, I love you. No, roses should be bought on regular occasions for no reason at all.
That's right.
Buy jewelry for your wife because, oh, you've been working and you get to save some money. Just buy her something. You don't have to wait until February 14th to show, oh, look, my man bought me all these roses because he loves me so much. What happened to the rest of the year? You understand what I'm saying? If he gives you one rose in January and another one in February, that to me is showing something. You don't want to wait until one day to get roses. So I really don't do the whole Valentine thing. I'm sorry, that's just my thing. I want to talk about the 5 different love languages. We have words of affirmation, expressing love through spoken words, praises, appreciation, that kind of stuff. Some women go for that. Some people would prefer you to pour into them with words of affirmation. Some women would prefer you look at them daily and, oh my God, you are so gorgeous. Some men want to hear, oh man, I'm so blessed to have you in my life. That kind of stuff. You understand? So that's words of affirmation. We have quality time. That's my big thing. I love that. I love quality time because I'm a fun person. I'm the life of the party. I want us to spend time together talking about people. I want us to spend time together having a drink. No, truth is, I used to love that, talking people name and talking with other people with my soon to be ex-husband. I want us to I want
Let's
to
learn. Let's learn. Today's love day. We love it.
okay.
Ah,
All right. I want to be able to
she's like
sit
a
down,
she's
just
still.
two of us, have a random glass of wine, pick up a game of cards and play cards. I'm like that. I like quality time. You know, we don't have to go party. We could sit down in the garage. We could sit down in the house and have a drink and talk about something, the news, anything. I like that. That's my thing. We have physical touch. That's another thing I like. That's another love language. A lot of people, me, I'm a hugger. You guys noticed this by now. I like to hug. Um, I don't really like sleep and hug up now because they had flashes. But then again, there's nobody to sleep next to because. But then again, that's a different story. But I like touch, right? Physical touch is one of my things. Expressing love through physical contact, such as holding hands, hugging, kissing, that kind of stuff. Some people like that. I don't want to wait until Valentine's night to do that. People only get good sex on Valentine's night, the birthday, Christmas, and them kind of thing. Mom did the rest of the year.
Hey, share
Nonsense,
the table.
right? So, and then they have acts of service, doing thoughtful things to lighten up the other person's load, such as chores, running errands. That's a natural thing. That is love. Because some women live in single marriages. I was living in a marriage where I was a single woman. I was a single married woman. There's no, oh, let me do this for you anymore. Oh, the trash there. So I'm you gonna carry out the trash? I shouldn't have to ask you that. Different things, women like that, to know that, oh, she's sitting there, she just finished drinking a glass of water and she ain't able to get up, and he just come pick up the cup and put it in the sink. Do you know how good that feels to somebody? People don't understand it's the little things. You understand? So these are my kind of things. And receiving gifts is another thing I like. I am really not into roses. I want money and jewelry. I never like. Okay, giving thoughtful, meaningful, and symbolic gestures that show you are thinking of the persons rather than focusing on monetary value. But there's nonsense. I like money. I want to buy my own thing. I'm saying that's another love language is, receiving gifts. Some people like to receive gifts. Some people like to give gifts. I like to give. I'm a giver. Some people would prefer to receive and not give. I'm a giver. That's who I am. So I wanted to talk about love languages today. I refuse to speak on Valentine because it's not a thing. It's not a thing for me. I want to hear what you guys think about Valentine. I want to hear your take on Valentine because mine is not a positive. Mine is a negative. I have been married twice and I never enjoyed not one Valentine because clearly I was married to two mad people or something. I don't know. Well, people who are not interested in that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not big on Valentine's. It's not a big deal for me. It's not a big thing for me. People in my inbox, happy Valentine's. Why? No, thank you. People sending me happy Valentine's for what? You barely know me. No, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If Valentine's is supposed to, I love
really
dating for
really
couples or whatever, please don't send me happy Valentine's. No. I keep telling people, no, thank you. And they're laughing. It's not a joke. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? But love language, it's a year-round thing. That I can do. That I can speak on. That's why I went in and I do the little Google thing and I give my take because I'm all big on love. And it should not be just for one day. I feel like love should be year-round. Love takes people out of depression. Love is like the one thing that can conquer hate. You understand? Love gives people reason to get up some days, most days. You understand? Love helps people to overcome loss. Love, it's such a big thing, and it should not be celebrated just one day of the year. I understand everything got a holiday, but why does love have to be the one that have a holiday? There's too much hate going on in this world that we should only have love on one day alone.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Men use Valentine's Day. Oh, well, you see, I buy all them things for you. What more you want? I'll show you I love you. No. You understand what I'm saying? Take me out to buy me some ice cream and let me sit down and talk. You would be surprised to see how some women would love something like that. It's not always about the big things. It's not always about how many roses you get. That shit die. Buy me an orchid in March. You see, it would last me until December. You buy me some roses for Valentine's. In the next 2 weeks, it just giving me allergies. Got me sneezing. Don't give me that shit. You understand me? So,
Leslie, you are really fired today.
yes, I don't like this day.
Valentine has hurt her in a very, very deep way.
Because yes, it's not my day. It's not my thing. And I don't know.
And that's respected. That is respected.
There's not a lot of people like me. Everybody been waiting today for wear the red and white. I want a freaking red, nothing shit. No. A lot of people been waiting today to put on the red and white, to walk down the road, to go to the little dinner, and they got on the red and white. And then tomorrow, she want nothing from he.
A big fight.
Tomorrow he gonna buy sweet woman because tomorrow sweet woman day.
Yeah.
That may not be all cases.
No, not all cases, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's situations like that. It's a big thing today, and then tomorrow they're back to being mad at each other, tomorrow, after you don't get you some roses today, you carry some ice cream tomorrow. She's gonna appreciate them more. Because today done.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
We have a comment from Onika Grant in the comment section here. She says, Valentine, in my opinion, is not only for lovers, it's for us to appreciate the people in our lives. Oh, yes, we should be loving on each other daily. So she does agree that we should be loving each other daily. But she's saying also she doesn't think it's only for lovers and so forth. And I do share that sentiment because I feel like it's just a day of love, and we symbolize love with red and that kind of stuff. There are some people who they love on each other routinely, like every day your husband is going to give you a smack when you all leave for work, or you throw a little text in the inbox and so on. But then at Valentine's, they think it's time to be a little extra special. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It doesn't mean that love is not in the air, or you're not loving on each other. It's just that Valentine's, sometimes you need a reminder, to go out of your way and remember this person. I feel like Valentine's does that. It's not that the person may not be in love or they not share love, but there are cases like what Leslie is talking about people who just use Valentine as a front, to publicize to the world that they have this wonderful loving relationship. And then on the other side of the coin, they're actually not in love. They don't have what it is that you should be having in love, the love languages and so forth. So I'm going to go right over to Idris to hear Idris' take on Valentine. At least she's behind a red and white curtain. So let me see what's going to happen.
Listen. I really don't believe in the Valentine Day thing. Unlike Leslie, I love flowers. But I want flowers just because. I don't want flowers because it's Valentine's Day. I want you to show up with flowers for me just because I love flowers, or because you were thinking of me. When it comes to the 5 love languages, I think I have a little bit of all of them because I like gifts. It doesn't have to be anything major. Like I always say, buy me a book and I'm over the moon. I love gifts. I love quality time, because what's the purpose of that money? You spend no time with you. So, yes, I love me some quality time. Acts of service, I think that's just my nature. I'm always doing acts of service with people. I love to help. So I think the act of service is just my nature altogether. Well, physical touch, of course. All day, all night. I did it. Yeah. I am big on physical touch. And I am also big on words. I love to express myself verbally. I'm not the one that's not going to say how I feel. I love to tell you I love you, babe. Hey, what's up, honey? Thinking about you. I am the lovey kind of person, eh? And I know people don't believe in signs, but being a Libra, I am really intense, you know, when it comes to love. If I love you, I love you. I'm gonna go overboard for you. It doesn't matter if, you know, you can do quarter the things I can do for you. I'm gonna go overboard for you because that's how I love. I love deep and I love intentional. Yeah, we did ask about intentional. I love intentional. When I come into your life to love you, I come in with the intention to show you what real love is. I ain't coming and today I love you, and if I vex with you tomorrow, I love you. No, 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 no. I'm gonna love you even when I'm mad with you. So like I say, Valentine is not really my thing because I believe every day is love day if you really love somebody. You wake up and you think about that person. You want to give love to them. You do thoughtful things. You express your love. So for me, every day is love day, and it is foolish that people wait for one day of the year to give their wives or intimate partners flowers and chocolate. You better bring me chocolate yet. Every day of the week, I don't care. If they got
No
no,
blender.
no blender. No blender. Bring chocolate. DJ Cass and you. I'm happy
No,
DJ Quinn is not here today. I'm so happy DJ Quinn is not here today.
He's
But yeah,
coming. He's
that's
coming.
that's that's me when it comes to love. I love intentionally, and I love with my everything. But I want to encourage people. Love starts with you, and don't let nobody tell you self love is selfish love. Because a lot of people love to tell, oh, you're selfish. Why am I selfish? Because I went out and I bought myself something and I didn't buy you anything. No, that's not selfish. Self love is one of the best forms of love. And if you can love yourself, you can love anybody else. Start by loving you first. Wake up in the morning, look your face in the mirror, say, "Girl, you're beautiful. Look at you today. You're spanking." I'm gonna go, you know what? I got $20 going to buy something for myself. Love on yourself. It is important that you love on yourself because a lot of times love fails because people don't love themselves first.
thank you.
They depend on other people
Thank
to
you
love
very
them.
much.
Yes.
Love yourself. Don't wait for nobody to come love you. You see, if
Yes.
you love yourself, when a partner do come along, you will know exactly how to love
How
that
to
person.
love them.
You
Yes.
understand? So start with yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, spend quality time with yourself. I was telling Gigi today, I was just in a zone. I mean, I wasn't feeling good, which is the norm. Every time I travel, I always get sick. I really wasn't feeling good today, and I was just laying down quiet, and I was playing my gospel music all day. Usually, I play it in the morning when I'm doing my devotion, and then I'll stop it. But for some reason today, I was just in that space, and it felt so good to just be by myself, to hear my own thoughts, to think about the things that I wanted. And even as I reflected on Valentine's Day today, I'm like, girl, you got love because you love yourself. So always remember that self love is not selfish love, all right?
Yes. So here the comment is blowing up. It says, Bello, hi Bello. Bello says, does Valentine's Day put pressure on people to express love in material ways? I like that question. And well, Onika Grant says she loves intentionally too. And we have Malinga Lee who said she loves that. To love intentional is the real power of connecting with the people or person you love, because the love doesn't go away during a disagreement. If you love, you love. A disagreement is just a little short something, but once that disagreement you iron out, or whether you iron it out or not, your love for each other should still be there. And so I remember one of my pastors said to me, and look, we try to live by that all the time. We teeth and tongue must bite, as the old people would say. But even if myself and my husband have a disagreement about something now, we're not gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna speak to you for the rest of the night." Some people hold malice, they ain't talking to each other for the whole week. Some people take it 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You can That is toxic. That is toxic. A disagreement on a specific topic is a specific topic. At the end of the day, you love each other. This is someone that you share a spiritual connection with, an emotional connection with, a physical connection with. So you should see beyond. Your love should go beyond whatever argument or disagreement you have, and so forth. Well, before I go on, I want to give one more comment, which is from Winston. He says, love is a connection that brings two people together. It's a feeling only recognized when it comes from the heart. Communication is the grassroots for a good relationship. And he said, like um, Les says, find things to talk about, anything that help to build a great relationship. Trust is a big thing, so we must trust each other. And before I further go on, I see my friend all dressed in red with his red felt hat. Now that is a man in love. No other than DJ Quinn.
We're not hearing you.
You're muted. I think he froze.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let's see if we'll give him a chance. You're back?
Yimba, what did you say?
Yes.
You know, in the meanwhile, DJ Quinn is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Getting himself together. I have to really commend you, not less in Kendra, on your outfit today. You look studious. You look pretty, I should say.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't know what it is you did, but you look good. Anyway.
Kendra, you should be insulted. I want to laugh. Like you don't always look good.
Yes, we all know.
No.
Tamina looks special, man.
Okay, yeah, I'll make me shift,
Don't
man.
try to dim a light.
You see this woman?
Sorry.
No, they have a Kendra. She's waiting.
You guys hear me loud and clear now?
You look good too. You look good too. It's all right.
Yeah, we're hearing you, but you look like you froze a little bit.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, I'm gonna go. He's gonna get himself together.
Yeah.
Listen to everyone. I'm not too big on the Valentines. To be honest, I forget today's Valentines. If I didn't come on the show or whatever, so people say I remember nothing, because it's every day is Valentine's for me. I would tell the person that I'm in a relationship with, I love you. I love to say I love you. I love to do things to my partner, to show them that I love you. I ain't gotta wait until Valentine's. I'm not big on it. Every day, as I said, is Valentine's to me. I will let you know how much I love you. I appreciate you. I would do things. And one of the things, I don't know which one of the ladies said it. I think it was Leslie. Little things mean a lot to me. The little things that my partner would do for me mean a lot. Like someone also said, taking the glass away or doing the dishes. You know what that is? It makes me feel good. Doing the laundry, doing the bed, be proactive on the things that and that's what makes me feel good as a person. Sometimes some women think that, oh, you didn't buy me a car, or you didn't buy me jewelry. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love jewelry, yes. But if you can't afford it, and the little things that you can do for me means a lot. So for me, every day is Valentine's to me. Every day. I would go into the store and I would buy little gifts. I would do things out of the norm, think outside the box. What can I do for him today? What should I give to him this for his birthday? What should I do for his birthday? Let me make it extra special. And you do the same thing. And you're surprised to see you would get 100% out of me. It's the little things.
Yes.
I'm not too much into the flowers. And if you're going to give me flowers, don't give me no flowers. We're going to die in a couple days. Because I feel sad. Because I feel like if I die with the flowers, so me want no flowers, we're going to make, I feel sad. I want something that is going to be kept and I can look at it, I can smell it.
Yes, that's
This
me.
is from the love of my life. And I would look at those roses for months and say, wow, he gave this to me. You know what it is. And every time I look at those red roses, you know what it does to me? But don't give me no flower, then I'm not taking and treating the garbage. I find that's waste of money. But for those who celebrate, kudos to you. Some people believe in their Valentine's. Even if I don't get a gift for Valentine's, that's fine with me. Even if I don't go to dinner for Valentine's, I am good over here when it comes to that. Because my Valentine's is every single day. I must be able to say, hon, let's go to dinner tonight. What you want to do? What you want to prepare a nice meal. Let me serve you today. What would you like to have? What would you like for me to serve you with today? Okay, take a seat at the table. I'm going to bring you your meal. Little things. And like Mr. Jacobs would have said, communication also. Of course, communication is very, very important when it comes to relationship. So these are things that we need to learn very early. Very, very early. So I'm listening to the conversation. Of course, I'm not chipping back with a lot of a little that I can so that we can be able to make this conversation interesting. Thank you so much, Kendra.
So it looks like DJ Quinn. Are you ready for us now?
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all want me to sing? I'm just a man in love and I do anything to get you into my world.
See, that DJ Quinn, seven for karaoke night at the retreat.
Listen, man. I don't know. I can tell you, ladies, happy Valentine's Day, ladies. But can I tell Drayton happy Valentine's Day too? Do we tell the fellas? What do we tell the fellas?
Hey, not Drayton. You don't start it, Trump.
You want to do what?
But the question is,
what happened? We can't tell the fellas we love them too?
Happy Valentine's Day, brother. Respect our manners.
Respect our manners. Correct.
Respect our manners. Happy Valentine's Day.
No, we're talking about the different intensities of love, because he could love you as a brother, is not love in that way.
Hey, y'all know. I think y'all should know Drayton by now.
Yeah, I could see you telling your family or your brother or whatever, but these strangers with the inboxing me telling me about happy Valentine's Day.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say, Drayton, I love you too, man. Happy Valentine's Day to you and Winston, Otis. Happy Valentine's Day, man. Happy Valentine's. I love you all too, man. Fellas, we need to tell each other we love you, man. I'm telling you.
Exactly. Brotherly love. Brotherly love.
Absolutely.
So I've heard a lot of I'm not big on Valentine's. I wouldn't say I'm big or I'm small. But what I'd say is that I know Valentine's is about love, and I share love in my family, and my husband and we try to show and share love to the children. And so Valentine's, my husband would get the girls, a little rose and a box of chocolate, as well as he would get myself a gift. And so I feel like that's a way of grooming them to know how to be loved, knowing that your partner shows you love, that if someone loves you, they're going to show you love. And so I do feel that it's not just only for lovers, like Onika was saying. I feel it's just a day for love. My class, my students, they brought little Valentine bags for their colleagues in the classroom. And it was so nice to see them showing love to each other in that kind of light. So I definitely feel that, it's not necessarily that you have to be big on Valentine, but it's just a reminder, like how we have Mother's Day. We love our mother all year round, but Mother's Day, we go out of our way to make her feel extra special. And so I feel like Valentine's is like that. On your birthday, you don't have a birthday all year, but on your birthday, you celebrate it in a certain way, an extra special feeling you're going to get, an extra special gift, extra special setting, and so forth. So I feel like Valentine is like that. It's not necessarily you have to be deep on this. I gotta get a gift for Valentine, or if my husband don't give me nothing, he don't love me, and all of that. You also gotta know what's going on in your situation and your relationship. Because if your boyfriend ain't working right now, and you know all the time is a person that would give you stuff and that kind of thing, you're not gonna measure him by what other people doing and say, oh, look, she husband buys you a nice big box of chocolate and a bouquet of roses and so on. You got to know what is going on in your relationship. And this takes me right back to what Leslie was talking about love language. So love language doesn't have to be only physical. You don't have to get something physical. It could be the small things like the ladies were saying and so forth. So definitely I am not against Valentine, or I won't say I'm not
You need a foreigner against.
right. I'm either for nor
You're on the fence.
yes. I feel like okay, it's the day of love and so on and so forth. And we treat each other with more love. It reminds us. Because every now and then, even though you love your spouse, sometimes you get caught up in life. You get caught up with work. You get caught up with the bills. You get caught up with thinking about what the children have to do at work, at school, whatever project they got, whatever trip they got. And so sometimes your mind, even though I love my partner, your mind may not be in the form of love. So Valentine, just to me, is a special occasion created in a kind of a way to make that person feel extra special. Not just special, but extra special. It's not
Kendra,
that the person don't love you or have to get something. But I just feel like it's just that time set aside to make that person feel extra special.
but Kendra, like somebody asked in the chat, I think it was Bello. He said, does Valentine put pressure on your partner? Now, I'm not saying I don't like gifts, right?
Good question.
I am not saying that I don't like gift. If it's Valentine and you bring me a gift, I'll appreciate it. Don't bring my blender, but bring me anything else, right?
Oh Lord!
Hey, trust me, you gonna get a blender. Trust me, I can get a blender.
Yeah. I get a blender myself.
Yes, one blender each.
Yeah, but what I was saying is like, I think I understand what you're saying, Kendra, about Mother's Day and Father's Day and birthdays and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that if you love intentionally, and intentional loving is loving every day.
Yes.
And if you're randomly bringing your partner little gifts, it doesn't have to be nothing big. You understand? I love chocolate. You're passing by a candy, so you bring me a chocolate. You bring me a candy. You bring me something, little things.
Yeah.
If you intentionally love your partner, when Valentine's Day comes around, your partner is not going to feel that pressure.
Yeah, sure.
They're
True.
not going to feel like I have to find something. I don't have money, but I got to buy something because it's Valentine's Day. That is why you gotta love intentionally. And you also said something about your husband giving your daughters gifts, which is teaching them how a man should treat them. I want to say something that can be dangerous also. And why I'm saying that can be dangerous, a lot of abusers uses gifts as penance. All right? A lot of abusers, when they finish beating up your turn, they come running, bring no. And I'm not saying it's a beautiful thing that your husband would do that. But I'm just, saying that a lot of abusers uses gifts. So you gotta be careful, with the gift giving and children becoming expectant of the gifts. So I just wanted to point that out because it happens a lot. The abusers,
I very much agree with that. I do.
yeah, most abusers when they abuse their partner, they go out and they buy them something.
Yeah.
So
I do agree with that. But then remember, this is all a process of teaching. And
right, I understand.
The father is the first male figure, in the female's life. And so
no, that's why I said it's a beautiful thing.
If he is teaching them the way they should be treated, they will grow up knowing how to be treated. You know, and a lot of times, a lot of females with absent fathers will find that because they didn't have that father figure in their lives too, you know, a lot of times they didn't know what to expect from the male perspective.
Kendra, I want to
So
be the devil's advocate here.
I know you're gonna want to be the devil's
I want to be
advocate,
the devil's
but
advocate.
I
Here
am
why?
telling you that that's what we lack in even
No,
a lot
no,
of
no,
little
no.
girls. Listen, a lot of little girls are not even having a relationship and bond with their fathers who tell them your father should be explaining certain things to you as a young lady growing up. Your father should be the one take you out on little mini dates. Your father is the person who, as a male figure, will set the tone in your life. If you have that absence, then you have to build your own experience of how to be treated.
So
I
let
know
me
you
be
say
the
the devil's
devil's. Let me
advocate.
be the devil's. Let me be the devil's advocate here. All of that you said there just now, Kendra. All
Mm-hmm.
jokes aside, it's a beautiful thing, but it is something that can also create problems in future relationships because when certain standards are set, expectations are also grown.
Mm-hmm.
So daddy takes me to dinner, daddy buy me flowers, daddy buys me gifts. Now you get into a relationship and you expect these things, whether your partner can afford it or not, because these are the things that you're accustomed to. Now, it's beautiful that daddy wants to set these standards in your life, but daddy must also explain as he goes along. You know, daddy just want to show you this is how look. You know, I buy your mommy roses, I buy your mommy this and one, but that doesn't mean that it must be an expectation, which brings us back to what Bello said, that Valentine Day puts pressures, especially on the men, because a lot of women don't feel they should give their husbands or boyfriends Valentine gifts. I don't know why. I don't know why, but a lot of women expect something for Valentine, but don't give anything for Valentine. And I say again, I don't know why, because if my partner is giving me gifts, I'm giving him gifts too. I'm not just going to sit down and expect. Which brings me back to the point I'm trying to make. With your husband gifting your daughter stuff, and then the expectation builds that, okay, if I get a boyfriend, he got to do just these things that daddy doing. But poor boyfriend come from a different background, and boyfriend need to learn. You understand? Boyfriend didn't come from a background where we see daddy giving his mommy flowers or daddy doing this for her. And then she may have a good partner, but because he's not doing these things that daddy has instilled that this is what your husband or your boyfriend is supposed to do, it
Mm-hmm.
becomes problematic. So yes,
But
I'm
in a
just being the devil's
relationship,
advocate.
you should know that's why communication is important. You should know in your relationship what your partner is like, what is expected of your partner, what you expect, what the partner expects from you, what you expect from your partner. It's that I feel like it's that thing in the relationship that makes us settle and just accept anything, right? If we're gonna have a conversation, you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna get into a relationship and so forth. What are your likes and dislikes? From the jump, talk to each other, get to know. But there's not a lot of conversations going on in this relationship to
Exactly.
make them know what is expected.
That's
Everybody
right.
coming to the plate should come with some expectation. Look, I'm getting into this relationship with you. You know, I do like to be treated. I love flowers. I don't like blenders. You know, that kind of thing. Say what is your expectation. So the person, we don't want nobody thinking and assuming, or this is what I see happening in my parents' home. What may be happening in my parents' home is not what I know, because we come from two different backgrounds. But now we're deciding to start our own life. And so we should be coming to each other with our expectations. What are we going to agree on? What are we going to compromise on? That kind of stuff. So it's not just running into it. You know, to me, it's just teaching you to have confidence in yourself, to build the person's self-esteem in a sense. We have a comment in the chat from Diane, and Diane is saying, I have a different view when it comes to love and like. I believe love often comes with obligation. To me, it can be based in history, loyalty, and a sense of duty. I may feel that I have to love my family, boyfriend, friends because of our bond and shared experience. However, liking someone feels different to me. To like someone means I generally enjoy being around them, feel safe and comfortable with them, and would choose their company any day. But love can exist love can exist without enjoyment, but liking someone requires it. Everyone is talking. I do this, I love, and because of love that is pure obligation to me. If I really like someone, I'll do anything for them. But if I can love and do and don't feel the same way, then hold on, I missed that line. It says, if I really like someone, I'll do anything for them, but I can love and don't feel that way. While I understand the word love and the meaning of it and how it is defined by society, I feel like it is stronger. Yes, Diane, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful. And I'm a little on the fence about that view. I'm a little on the fence about it because
I agree with her because I used to say things like I like you. When I say I like you, because oh love, I love my family, I love my son, I love my mom, my dad, or whatever. But I have to like you to let you into my space. I like the way you make me feel. I like the fact that I can feel like I'm thinking something and you already know what I'm thinking as soon as I open my mouth. I like being around you. I like that I can be myself with you. That's why I agree. I wanted to read that comment because that's the one I was just looking at. You don't understand what I'm saying? You love your family. There's no doubt about it. It's your family. You love your kids. Some people don't like their children because they're annoying. Some people don't like their teenagers because of the way how they're acting towards them. But they love them because they birthed them. They love them. They might love their brother and their sister, but one of the brothers is a junkie. They don't like him. If he wasn't, some people would say, oh, if that wasn't my brother, I wouldn't let him touch me with a 10-foot pole because I don't like him. I don't like the things that he's doing. I don't like being around him, but I love him because he's my brother. You understand? And I think that's where Diane is coming from. You could love somebody, but you might not like them. You love them because you have to. They're family. You know? That's just my take.
I really want to hear from a man's perspective. And I mean, we'll be hearing even in the chat, other than Bello. Bello, thank you for your comment.
Yeah.
I really want to hear from a male perspective. How do you feel about Valentine and about love? You know, and I want to chip in this a bit. A lot of times we drift away from what is real love. And the one thing I want to reinforce, a lot of us would open up our mouth and say, oh, I love you. Love is not easily puffed up. Love does not easily get angry on simple things. And that's why that's how I look. If someone would tell me, oh, I love you, but I look at your actions, then I know if you love me or not.
Yep.
But when I love someone, we must able to have conversations about things that you may not feel well about or what I say or what I do. And I should not get easily puffed up or angry or bitter. It's one thing with saying I love you, but your actions show something else.
Different.
I
Yes.
wanted to chip that in a bit for someone else who's listening. Love
Drayton.
is not easily puffed up, and love is patient. I want
Yep.
to hear from Drayton.
Mm-hmm.
So good night again, ladies. I've been really paying attention, and this is what I got. Love shouldn't be limited to one day. That is what majority of you ladies mention. And I agree with you. I think if by chance I love only on today, Valentine's Day, that is shallow. But I don't see Valentine's Day as a replacement for daily love. In my humble opinion, I think it is a celebration of it. You know, it is not about an obligation. I see Diane mentioned love has obligation. For me, Valentine's Day does not include obligation. I think Idris hinted to the intentions of purchasing gifts and these type of stuff. In my humble opinion, Valentine's Day is about intentionality, right? And I've heard about birthdays, and it applies the same principle. We celebrate birthdays every year not because we only value the person, but I believe we simply just pause to highlight them, to acknowledge them. The same principle is true with anniversary, regardless if by chance we're married or not. I think we stop to pause and respect the journey that was made for the 12 months. So in my humble opinion, I believe that Valentine's Day is the same principle. So it's not like I wake up this morning here on February the 14th and say, look, take this flower because society say you gotta get flowers and chocolate today. It is not that. I can simply just get up this morning and say, look, out of all the noise that is happening in the world, today, just for today, February the 14th, I intentionally pause just to say, I choose you. And
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
in my humble opinion, it is extremely profound
Yes.
because the truth of the fact is, and if love should be every day, as I hear you ladies saying, then celebrating it just one day in a year shouldn't threaten it. A strong love, in my humble opinion, ain't supposed to feel violated or insulted if by chance we want to honor it for a day, because Valentine's Day, and I hear we talk about a lot of rose and roses. I hear about one blender, but it is the same principle, right? In my humble opinion, I believe that Valentine's Day is about symbolism. It's not just about roses. And in relationships, especially when it comes to human, I believe symbols play a major part. I'm a part of a political entity. I know that a flag is just a cloth, but if I look at the golden arrowhead, it represents this entire nation. It has
Yep.
some level of symbolism to it. A ring too as well. You guys are married. In my humble opinion, it represents commitment,
Yes.
right? But when a man come and say, look, blessings on this rose, regardless if it's going to die within a day and a half or two because it's a fresh road, it is all right because a rose is just a flower, but the symbol it represents thought. And that is why sometimes if a bouquet of rose come to you guys and I'm thinking about you, those simple words just says it all. Because symbolism is really significant and profound in human expression, at least in my humble opinion, that is it. So love expressed daily, you know, is consistency. I don't see a problem with it. But if by chance it is celebrated intentionally, I believe this is a level of consciousness. And I think today, I mean, when I was young, I hear about Valentine's Day and the origin and why people don't celebrate it because, many things I've heard. But I think if by chance it is intentionally celebrated, it's some level of consciousness. It raises a profound awareness towards an emotion that every human being can actually express. So I don't think one cancel the other. I think it complements each other if by chance we do what is necessary today. So the problem for me is not really Valentine's Day. The problem is people who use Valentine's Day to compensate for neglect because
Yeah,
is a
exactly.
this is a serious thing, but when a man consistently love and still choose to celebrate it, look,
Yes.
my humble opinion, it is not laziness. It is leadership in love. That is how
Yes.
I was taught about it.
Excellent.
So these things, I mean, today is a significant day. Many years ago, I perhaps had a different vantage point of what Valentine Day really meant. But I think I hold this particular opinion today, and I think it is profound, and I just wanted to share it with you guys.
Thank you, Dre. I want to read a comment from Mark Tudor. Mark Tudor said, "Good
Yep.
night to
Yep.
Anam.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to say I would love to say Valentine's Day at first. I guess he meant to say Happy Valentine's Day at first, a special day for both person. However, it is bad if two to sit and have talking about life and have love no matter what in case. It also brings love in the air, which tells a man to show love in a different way by going to lunch or dinner or giving gifts or giving of gifts by two. It's not just for this day alone. It should be days which one should show love and bring a smile on your face. With that, it will show how deep love is. You know, did you finish that? You know, another question that popped up on our topic today is emotional intensity. I'll tell you something. You see, when you've gone through life, and this is my personal opinion, it's not a fact. It's my personal opinion. It's a fact for me because it would have been my experience, but it's not an overall fact. When you would have gone through life and you would have loved, for me, at this point, I don't love with emotional intensity. I safeguard my emotions. And I safeguard my emotions because I have been hurt. And it's a horrible feeling. So I don't run into nothing head first like a bull with horns. I don't do that no more. Do I love you? I do. I show you how I love you. I am there with all the five love languages in every way. But when it comes to my emotion, like my friend Drayton always say, don't let emotion hijack your intelligence. I keep my intelligence intact when it comes to the intensity of emotion attached to that thing called love. Because, like I say, I haven't been through the experiences of being hurt and all of that. I love you intentionally. You will never doubt my love based on the intentions that I show you.
That
But
is
when
it.
it comes to my emotion, I safeguard my emotions.
Before
Hmm.
before DJ Quinn comes in, Idris, I really want to piggyback on what you just said because I have been hurt several times in relationships. You will never doubt my love for you. Oh man, I'ma love you in and out, but I protect my emotions. And I always say that I can never be hurt again because I protect and I safeguard my emotions. But let me tell you something. If I love you, and I mean it. And I just don't say I love you. I show you how much I love you. And I care about you. I care about your well-being. I care about everything, every aspect about your life. But I cannot be hurt or brokenhearted. I was brokenhearted many times. I was married before, and that was my first heartbreak. It can't happen again because I safeguard and I protect my emotions. I don't just run like Idris said, running like a bull. But doesn't mean that I will not respect you. And I will, and I really want us to touch a little bit on that also. A lot of times we say that we love somebody, but we do not respect that person, and it's a full package. So Idris, I just wanted to piggyback on that a bit. I think I don't want to go. Let me hear from DJ Quinn. Let me step back a bit, or let us step back a bit and hear from DJ Quinn.
Good night, my lovely ladies.
Good night.
Right.
Hi,
Can you hear
DJ
me
Quinn.
loud and clear?
Yes,
Loud.
sir.
Hearing you now.
Yes, we are.
Internet sucks over here. I was going to call in. Here you go again. Am I?
You
Am
should.
I-
We're hearing you.
You should probably get off the video and just your keep
Your
audio.
audio.
Yeah, it's gonna work better. Yeah.
Okay, listen. This is a big old subject of love. How do you love? I mean, I can tell you this from my experience. This is really a lot of pressure on us on this Valentine's Day. I think people, from my knowledge, my experience, you start at from a scale of 1 to 10. You start at 6 maybe, and you're expected to meet a 10 on this particular day, and a gift or something material should carry you over the top. But I think there's a lot of pressure on men. I think people, most women, I don't want to say most, but some women are not appreciative of all the other time goodness is being meted out to them on a day-by-day basis. And so my experience, people step out, and fellas that spoke to me, women stepped out and bought gifts for the men on that particular day, expecting him to do the same, reciprocate. And then he goes to below 6 because he didn't meet on that particular day. And then it takes a week or two for them to get back together. So there's a lot of damage to relationships because of this expectation. And I've just figured that, how do I love? I love by showing that I can, bend backwards for you. I can drive 100 miles for you. I can teach you stuff. I can, love can be shown in so many ways. I can care for your children if I marry you with children. If your family members, your moms have needs, I show love. I can show love in various forms. I think this particular day, from my experience, has been a lot of pressure on us men, and a lot of men. That's why they stay away, because if you're going to think bad about me, you're going to already. This day and Mother's Day really put a lot of toll on us men, because I was leading in the church, and I find men would not show up for certain Mother's Day and a day like today. And so I'm hoping that we can change that, because my own experience, if you expect a man to love you how you want to be loved, why not help him to love you how you want to be loved? Now, if you intentionally trying to build points and prove to people that you are staying in line with a custom, because a lot of women would want to hear, what did he give you for Valentine's Day? What did you get? How many men ask each other, what did you get for Valentine's Day? You see what I'm saying? So we are measured by what we give on Valentine's Day. And so my internet is wacky over here for some reason. But I have to go to this event. I just want to put in my 2 cents here before I go. And so I would say this, that help us ladies to also love you how you want to be loved, right? If you're going to get a gift for your man, right? Y'all could probably go to the same mall, right? And say, babe, I'm going to get something for you. Perhaps you can say, what you going to get for me? I like X, Y, and Z, and he can make a choice, well, one of these things, A lot of times women expect us to know what you like. Of course, we know you can always wear some Victoria's Secrets and some teddy bears, and I guess some chocolate and flowers, and I hear people talking about these things, but tell us sometimes what you like so we can make sure we make the right choices for you, and help us, like when you're going, not just to go get it because you want points over us, because you satisfy this day as being up on us with a 10 points. I want to use a scale, a gift to give away, and we didn't have one right in time, because guess what? We probably out there doing something for you that we couldn't even have the time to go get something. But you would have the expectation, well, we should have gotten it a whole month ago. When did you get yours? You probably got yours the same day you went to do your hair. You would step.
DJ Quinn?
I heard it about, hey.
Yes,
I'm
we
here.
hear you now.
Hearing you now.
We
So
hear you
there
now.
were times that I like someone said, you have to, set an example, model the behavior. I've had instances where I treated my daughters with gifts like their mother, not the same as, but show them love and show them how they are to be treated on this day. And you can't do the same thing every year. Things become mundane when you do the same thing every year. And so I'm thinking that we need our ladies to support us men so that we can do the right things when it comes to not just Valentine's Day, but on a regular basis, right? Don't put a pressure on us on one day or these 2 days, Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. And then also, let me get to this point. Now, if we're going to buy something for you, show that you appreciate it. Because if I buy something for you this year and you just put it in the corner, why should I buy you something next year? And you not really, you don't.
Right.
True that. I agree with that.
So how do we love? We love when you show appreciation. When you show appreciation for small things, then bigger things can come your way, right? And when you add value to the man, he goes the extra mile. Doesn't mean it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. He goes the extra mile when you add value to him, right? He goes the extra mile. And some people are not built on adding value. They're built on taking away value. And then they expect, because all these ladies going to be talking about what they got for Valentine's Day, and you don't present, you lose points, more points on Valentine's Day. So how do I love? I love in a lot of ways. My words correspond with my actions. A lot of times it's not reciprocal, but that's how you love, by showing concern, by going outside of Valentine's Day even to show that you care and you love. So thank you guys. I gotta go, and I hope my 2 cents would throw a voice for the fellas.
Yes.
Fellas, I empathize with you on today.
Thank you so much, DJ Quinn, for your input. That was well received. The man's perspective is well appreciated, and so forth. Idris, I want to go back to you to ask, when you say your emotional intensity, and I think Gigi also kind of piggyback on that point. How is your emotional intensity, right? How is it attached or detached from your love for someone?
When I was younger, I want to see my boyfriend every single day.
Mm-hmm.
If you see going somewhere, I'll go in. If I can't hear from you, I'm calling you every minute, because I was emotionally attached. Mm-hmm. And that created problems, right? But as I grew older, I understood that that's not necessary.
Yeah.
That's not necessary. But then also as I grew older, I suffered a lot of heartbreak. Well, I won't say a lot, but some very intentional relationships that I had. Whether I walk away or they walk away, I was left nursing my emotions, because it was my emotions that were hurt. It wasn't a physical hurt. It was my emotions. I was all over the place, couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. I don't go through that no more. I don't allow myself to get my emotions all tangled up. I'm an intentional lover. I'm gonna give you my last. If I can walk over fire barefoot to save you, I'm gonna walk over fire barefoot to save you. But you see this emotional attachment, I don't do that no more.
Okay. So do you think also, and Idris, Gigi, I'm gonna ask this part of you. Do you think also that we can say your emotional intensity is attached to your trust in your relationship? And to what extent?
I should say yes. Everybody's different. Like Edith said early on, I don't want to be in a position where I can't eat, I can't sleep. I used to be like that. My emotions, I got my emotions all involved and wrapped up and tied up and tangled up. Not anymore. I give myself that grace and that room. It's not that you're looking forward for something to happen, but for me, I protect myself as much as possible. But you will still get 100% from me.
Kendra, I want to answer that question, right? You ask if your trust is tied up in the emotional, or if it's a lack of trust that is causing you to keep your emotions in check. I don't want to say that, because it was a lack of trust that caused me to become all emotional tangled up.
Good.
To me, I don't think it's a lack of, I don't know how to explain it.
It's like if you love hard, you love this person, you want to be with them all the time.
I just delve in. And that is because I didn't understand what love is, what trust was, what was a relation. But as I grew older, I get to understand. Ladies, a lot of things I don't allow to get
I'm coming to you, Les. I'm coming.
Allow to get to me when it comes to relationship or being in a relationship. I don't let it be a bother to me. But if I have to love you, I will love you unconditionally. And I'm telling you, pure love, pure. But I have to agree with Idris with her answer that she gave just now. I have to agree with Idris. I didn't understand how to love. And this is one of the things I'm going to, before we go to Leslie. The people or dads are the ones who's supposed to first love us. And I never had a dad that can really teach me as a female what is love and how a man should love you. I had to learn that on my own. And I had to learn the hard way. It was hard. No, first, and as he just rightfully said, I used to cry and I used to can't eat and can't sleep and run into the bathroom. Listen, not anymore. I've grown past that to the age that I'm very much experienced. And one of the things that I do, I take my partner and I make him a study. I learn so much about you. I didn't know how to deal with you. I know exactly how to deal with you. So I don't worry about those things anymore. I don't allow it to get to me where I'm so tangled up and wrapped up and I can't eat this. And you got some adults, grown people, they're just like that until now.
Yep.
No. I move on and do what I have to do. I'm going to focus and do what I have to do. But I ain't going to lay in no bed with my pillow right, crying my eyes out. No, ain't going to happen. Gone are those days. But I will still love you. You will get my love 100%. Over to you, Becca and Ken.
All right, Les. I'm going to ask you that same question, Les.
And no, I'm not going to answer that question. No.
Les, you don't want to answer that?
No, I have something to say. Well, it's probably pertaining to that. Earlier today, I wrote a Facebook post that says, first, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself first. A lot of people are walking around allowing other people to be responsible for their feelings. You are responsible for your feelings. The reason why people get emotional and cry and oh my God, you don't love me, because you're sitting there waiting for them to love you. You have to love you first. If you loved yourself enough in this life, nobody else's feelings cannot affect you or should not affect you like that.
Mhm.
We are sitting around waiting for people to show us love. Oh, my father wasn't there to love me. My father taught me that, oh, a man should love his woman. Da, 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 da. But did your father teach you that first you have to love yourself enough so that you're not lacking any love from anybody else? What's happening? Oh. You should not be affected if somebody else does not have the same level of love that you have for yourself. You have to love yourself first. Stop sitting around waiting for people to love you. There's nothing wrong with giving love. I'm a loving person. Like I said, I like to hug and all of that. But if you don't have any feelings to me, you can't affect me. That doesn't bother me. It happened when I was younger, but like you said, at some point or the other, when you get to a certain age in your life and you still lying down in your bed crying over man and friendship and foolishness, what is wrong with you? You have to be able to spend enough time with yourself. That's why I know of people who can be without being in a relationship. They can't function without having another person in life. I know people like that. I've spent so much time with myself, loving me, appreciating who I am, knowing who I am. I'm not going to let anybody walk up in here and mess with me emotionally. Trust or no trust and all that nonsense. I love me enough. I trust me enough. If you don't have the capacity to love me, to see who I am, to love me for who I am, I'm not sitting around waiting for you to tell me you love me, baby. No. Stop doing that, people. Stop doing that. Stop sitting around waiting for people to validate you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need anybody to give you validation of how you should be, what level of love you should have. If you love hard, that's okay. That's all right. Stop sitting around waiting for people to love you. Love you first. Stop sitting around waiting for people to buy you a freaking gift on Valentine's Day. Buy yourself flowers. Buy yourself a bunch of roses and put it on the table and go. Stop sitting around. If you're sitting around waiting for somebody to buy you something that you can buy for yourself, there's something wrong with you.
Definitely.
You don't need
I don't want to say something is wrong with them. You see,
I would say
no. Hear why? You see, a lot of times we love others intentionally, but we don't love ourselves intentionally.
So then
What do you mean when you say that? What exactly do you mean when you say, I have to love myself? What exactly do you mean? I mean, we in this 21st century, especially in 2026, we use words because we hear others use words. But what exactly do you mean when you say that? Because the answer is extremely profound. It can bring transformation in person's life, and it can raise your conscious level. What exactly are you talking about when you say, look, I have to love myself? What exactly are you speaking about?
When you look in the mirror, do you see a failure? When you look in the mirror, do you appreciate what you see? Are you in a position or a situation where you can just be single, go to work, come home, and just be with yourself? Enjoy your own company. Do you have to have somebody? Do you feel that my life is not complete unless I have somebody with me? Do you think that? I love myself enough to know that I don't have to be in a relationship where I don't feel comfortable with somebody. I am getting the bare minimum and I still want to stay there with that person because I can't be by myself. I feel like I need to be with somebody else. I love myself too much to be in that. I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to question whether this person love me or not. I don't want to be in a relationship where I feel like this person would not lay down their life for me. because I would definitely do it for myself, obviously. I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to question anything. I love me enough to not want to be second guessing anything in a relationship, friendship, love life, whatever you want to call it.
Drenton, I want to answer that question too. Listen, for me, when I say love begins with you, I mean in an overall sense of well-being, where you have established this security in yourself. You recognize your self-worth. You're not depending on anybody to come say, "Oh, I love you." And if somebody don't come tell you, "I love you," your whole day gone wrong. It's a place where you prioritize yourself, not cutting anything off from your intimate partner. If your partner wake up in a bad mood per se, something is going on emotionally and they don't want to talk about it and they choose not to talk and they just want to go about it, that should not affect you in an adverse way to a point that you're depressed all day, you can't wait till 6 o'clock. It must be an overall sense of well-being and of self-worth, and you maintain personal boundaries and you're able to express and communicate clearly and transparently. That is for me what self-love is. It's just an overall feeling of well-being. I am comfortable in who I am. It's okay if my partner doesn't buy me a gift. It's not going to mean the end of the world for me. It's okay if my partner don't wake up every day and say, "I love you," because I love myself enough to know that not because my partner is not saying, "I love you" every day doesn't mean that he doesn't love me. So for me, self-love is just an overall sense of well-being where you're not codependent or depending on another person to establish your day for you, to establish your happiness, to
Would you agree?
upturn your emotions and all of that. That's for
Would you
me what self-love is.
would you agree with me if I say that a lot of persons understand what it is you're saying, but to apply that principle in their life is not a living
Difficult.
reality?
Yes.
It took me time.
Because of,
I didn't get there overnight. So yeah, I understand that very well.
and I understand what Leslie is saying too as well, because and the reason why I ask it is because in my humble experience, I think I have a different understanding of what it really is. Because I've heard persons use "I love you" really loosely,
Mhm.
all right, and don't understand the depths of what it is we are talking about. So in my home, and I'm open to guidance from you ladies, because my thinking about it is extremely different. Because in my experience, love is not a relationship. And I've heard persons say today that "I don't think you love me more than I do," and this type of stuff. Because what they are doing, they're mistaking relationship for love. And a relationship is an arrangement. An arrangement is transactions. Is I could give you this and you could give me that. Right? In my humble opinion, and maybe the terms that I am using might be incorrect, but perhaps at this moment I don't know any other terminology presently. But from my levity, love is not an action. It is something you become. And that is why I mentioned to you ladies early in the week that maybe I cannot love someone. I could become loving. And in my humble experience, I think a lot of persons have confused the two. You see, all I am trying to do, and most people like me, is that we are constantly longing to become something more than we are right now. This type of longing, it is expressed and it is manifest itself in many ways. At least this is in my humble opinion. And if we find by chance it finds physical expression, we just call it sexuality, which is a beautiful thing, yes? But it is short-lived. If it expresses itself mentally, we call it ambition. Emotionally, we call it love. Consciously, we call it union. Regardless of what it is, all that is happening is that I am trying to include something that is not me and make it a part of me. fundamentally, I believe this is what I am trying to do. So if by chance I wake up and say, look, this is mine, regardless if it's a person, a house, a country, money, whatever it is, what I am doing is that I am trying to expand my sense of self. This is all this thing is, in my humble opinion. So love, as most people would practice it, in my experience, is just emotional inclusion. I am trying to make someone who is not me a part of me, right? But there is a problem. There is a serious problem, because if my love that I have for Idris, if it depends on how she behaves, how she speaks, perhaps how she looks, even how she treats me, then this quote unquote thing called love, it becomes fragile. You know, the moment Idris do something that is unacceptable to me, this love crumbles. So what exactly is real love? So I believe that it is not something that you just do. It is something that you just become. Every experience I ever had, whether it be love, hate, anger, joy, misery, whatever it is, it happens from within me. I just hear Leslie mention that. It happens from within me. I've seen today, because of advertisement, that this is something, love is in the ear. Love in the no ear. It's in the no other person, as Leslie thing. It's in the sky. This type of experience happens within me. So at least what happens within me should happen by my choice. Nobody should control exactly how I feel from within. So if my emotions are sweet, listen, I could look at a tree lovingly, in a loving way. My emotions have to become sweet. I could look at the sky lovingly. I could look at a stranger in a loving manner. Why? Because in my experience, it is not about them. This thing is about me. If my emotions are bitter, look, everything I look at will become bitter. So the question is not who I should love. The real question is, can I make my inner experience sweet? This is the fundamental basis, at least in my experience, of how I see this thing. And I think members of the GG panel already know. I say when your body becomes pleasant, it's called pleasure. What is called love? What is called joy? What is called blissfulness and ecstasy and these type of things. So love is a simple emotional pleasantness. And trust me when I say this, it does not require any type of management. Only relationships require management. Relationships require some type of negotiation, some type of compromise. A relationship would require. And of course, effort, a lot of effort too as well. But love does not. If I make myself inside sweet, look, I could sit down right where I'm presently, close my eye, and I could still be loving. So I know for a fact that you do not need someone to activate it, right? So this is something that is very profound in my experience. And it is one of the reasons why I would ask, when I heard persons say, love yourself, you must always love, you must be compassionate. Yeah, but what exactly does it mean? What type of existential reality it have in your life? How is this thing real? You understand me? So look, whatever you do, whether your work, your life, your purpose, your love, if you do not know how to throw your entire self into it, you will never know its depth. And this is profound, right? So look, this is crazy because I've understand the intensity and the various intensity of this emotional thing called love. I know there are different intensity. I don't think I could love one person. The love I have for one person is different from the other. It doesn't happen that way. In my humble experience, it is one emotion, but it have various and different intensities. Right. And I don't want to use language that would bore our listeners and these kinds of stuff, but I know when this type of emotion that is called quote unquote love, when the intensity is a little subtle, we call it chemistry. And I've seen this and experienced this when I was perhaps in school. You know, there's some level of chemistry and excitement and some type of butterflies and infatuation. These things happen, right? It is indeed powerful, but in my experience, it is often unstable most times. You know, it is, and I heard one of our panelists mention it early in the conversation, that this type of low intensity love is where I would tell you, look, I really like how you make I feel. No, watch nothing. I just like how you does make I feel. But then it grows. The intensity keeps getting higher. And then the next dimension, there's some level of care that would step in, and then comfort and some level of familiarity and these type of stuff. Some level of desires to share life moments with this type of individual and these type of stuff. Why? Simply because I've reached a particular intensity where I feel safe with you. It's no longer about chemistry. For some reason, it now becomes a connection. And I think this is extremely powerful. And when you're going through the various levels of intensity of love, persons who are listening and looking, you can do an introspection to recognize and understand what is really happening from within. A higher level of intensity of love is when some level of maturity steps in. You know, I would choose you on a daily basis, Idris, or Leslin, or Gigi. Commitment beyond feelings. You ain't watch nothing. I am loyal to you even during the arguments, even during conflict. Right? I got the level of
Absolutely.
respect for you, even when me and you fight, especially if we fighting every single day. I still got the level of respect for you. Why?
Respect.
Because I have the maturity to recognize that I want to protect this relationship regardless. So when I mentioned to you guys earlier, when I wake up on February the 14th and I hand a rose in a woman's hand and say, look, I choose you, is because most people in society is at the higher level of intensity when it comes to love, because they understand exactly what the various level and what they're feeling too. I've heard persons say, man, watch, I love you unconditionally. I was like, yes, but what do you mean? What is the meaning of it? I mean, seeing it is one thing, but what the
What
hell
does
do
it
you
mean?
mean? You
Right.
understand me? Because we know that type of loving is without control. That is not something easy or simple for tell somebody, look, you know, I unconditionally love you, because it doesn't depend on the behavior. If you love me unconditionally, even if I crazy and I
There's
doing
no
things that you
condition.
destroy
Right.
this, for some level, for some reason, you are still there, because unconditional love translates to conscious love,
Thank
love
you.
without intent,
Thank
love
you.
without insecurity, no type of manipulation, deep acceptance that this is what I want. I love you because I am love. This is the highest level of intensity when it comes to love. And if by chance the concept is I love you because I am love, it simply goes back to what it is I really asked the Genesis question about. What exactly is this thing? And if by chance you need external sources to feel love, I am love. I become loving. And if by chance I stay in this intensity, regardless of where I go, which rooms I walk into, inevitably persons will be drawn towards me. This is the concept of liberty, and I believe it. I will leave it at there for now.
Yes, thank you. That was a lot, a mouthful. Wonderful. As Denise said, well said. What I want to piggyback on that to say is that I feel love grows. The love that you have for your partner when you meet your partner will not be the same intensity if you all are 20 years down the line. If you are loving each other the way that you should be loving each other, love grows. Your love languages that we've all learned about this afternoon and so forth, all those things help in making your relationship mature in love. And so it creates, as my friend Rita would say, an equilibrium, a balance in the emotional intensity to which you're gonna love. Because yes, I love you, but I'm not gonna crowd you. I know to what extent I'm going to love you. And then also I'm loving you intentionally. I'm whatever I'm doing, I'm intentional about what I'm doing. So for me, I feel like it's striking a balance and giving you a decent, healthy, um, a decent, healthy quota of everything in order to ensure that your love is pure and it's growing.
Like a balanced meal.
Right. It's like a balanced meal, right? So two things. We want to open the phone lines to hear from the public. Drayton, if you can please post the call-in number. And I want to also inform our listeners that the Sensational Ladies group will be having a Mother's Day tribute and fashion show on May 9th. That's the day before Mother's Day. At 2 p.m. It will be held at 110 Kosciuszko Street, Brooklyn, New York. And I am inviting you all to come out. It's $40 a tickets. There will be giveaways, and we'll have giveaways for mothers as well. You'll be greeted with a toast of champagne at the door.
Ooh.
So we'll
Ooh.
be treating you guys, and you
Mm.
will be well entertained. So please support our venture, the Sensational Ladies. Tickets will be available soon. So the number to call in has been posted, and we're asking for you to call in and share your views. We want you to share the live as well. Please go onto our YouTube channel and subscribe and share and share and share. Yes. So
But we
Gigi,
don't Ken, we don't know what time it starts, what time the event starts.
yes, it's at 2 p.m. The doors will be open at 2 p.m., but the fashion show will start at 4 p.m.
All right. Sounds like
Yes.
sounds like a good one.
Yes.
Sounds like a good event to attend. Listen, y'all got choices now to go to events. Listen, but make it a date for those, especially who you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, whatever, child mother. Get your tickets and support this event.
Yes. Yes. Most definitely.
Yes. And I want to say a big shout out to persons who are logged in with us on the app. Listen, I am seeing my very good friend and brother, Kenneth Ramprasad. Hey, my brother.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You always come and show your support along with Bello. I see him seeing Denise Smith. I want to say thank you guys. I'm not seeing some other persons because I came out of the chat and I lost some of the names. I'm seeing, quite a few persons who's logged in with us, and I want to say a big shout out to you and thank you for staying with us and contributing to the program.
Yes, and also we have a special shout out of happy birthday to Dr. D.
Dr.
She's
D.
one of our loyal supporters. So happy birthday. We do hope you enjoy this day to the blast.
Dr. Desiree, happy birthday to you. God richest blessings.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So
we're opening the phone lines for persons who'd like to call in. Please use your WhatsApp so that you can call in, whether you're in the diaspora or out of the diaspora.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes, she does. You see that? I told
Thank
her
you
that.
so much, Mr. Ken.
Ken, I told her, I said, she looks extra special. I don't know what it is she did, but whatever it is she did, she looks extra special. You see, I told her that.
I can believe now. More than one person said it.
Exactly.
More than one person said it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So as we continue our love language talk and on our love languages, emotional intensity, and intentional love topic, I would like to ask my friend Idris to tell us what you think about the fact that people say that if you the myth is that if you love me, you should love me through my faults. I used to hear this saying when I was young, and I used to say, so if you do wrong things to me that is not acceptable, am I still should love you through your fault, through these faults?
Of course.
Drayton, I didn't ask you. I'm asking Idris.
You see, Kendra, I don't want to use the word love through faults.
Mm-hmm.
The word I want to use is compromise.
Okay.
If you truly love somebody, people always mess up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not taking this, when it comes to abuse, I draw the line. If the man not kill if he, story done right there. You think I know it's what's a maybes. I don't do abuse, but
Mm-hmm.
people mess up. People mess up. And you have to know when to compromise.
Mhm.
It's not loving true false. Let's say that your husband is an habitual late
Cheater.
person.
Oh, sorry. Thought you were going to say cheater.
No, Leslie. Ain't doing cheating neither. But let's say your husband is an habitually late person and he would always keep you waiting, even though he knows it aggravates your spirit.
Mhm.
Compromise. This is what you do. Okay, all right. This man always an hour late. If your event is 7 o'clock, tell him the event is 5:30.
Okay. Mhm.
So when he shows up at 6 o'clock, you can make it the event for 7 o'clock. You can be right on time.
So
So
what if
instead of
someone
always,
says that if he loves you, he will make sure that he's on time?
you see, that's trying to change who a person is. And
Okay.
I don't believe that love should try to change anybody.
Mhm.
That should be the work of that person working on themselves. All right? Listen, a balanced relationship will always need compromise.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Idris.
And
Most
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
and
Yes.
and in a
Man.
relationship
Huh?
and in
What
a
are,
re-
can I ask you ladies something? If
Yes.
you guys would
Yes,
permit me to ask
Greta.
you something. I don't want no long 4 hours answer. Eh?
Answer.
I just we are get today for Valentine's. This question number one. Be rigorously honest with me
Me
because we
get
talk about
nothing.
gifts and roses and all these different things.
I
I
get
want to
nothing.
ask you ladies, what
Listen,
is you got today for Valentine? First
I
question.
don't know yet because I come in this morning and we go back yet.
That should have been the first thing they said this morning.
Like I just said we come in this morning, we were out.
Watch Leslie in face. Watch it.
Oh,
I don't have a man, so me get nothing. I ain't got no Valentine's gift in over
I ain't
20 how
get
much
nothing.
years.
Me ain't get nothing. No, nothing.
So what is this talk about roses and presents
Charlie
and
watching me.
gifts
Charlie watching
and
me.
these type of things?
What?
You
Me
you
always
get
drink
green
an
mango?
apple.
Green mango you get?
There's
No
no man
apple.
yet.
I eat no apple. This is what Eve the get to. I'm not sure was Valentine Day, the snake them Eve.
Idris, you just find a way to eat on the Sunday show. Give me
Next
a
thing, I
break.
wanna let me ask you, ladies. We just spoke about the various intensity of this thing called love. Be honest with me, yes?
Mhm.
Can two people, or could you love two persons at the same time?
Oh Lord, are you
Perhaps
singing?
a different intensity. Remember the various intensities. But can you love someone in intensity that is low and another one at moderate or extremely high?
I think so.
Yes, that's
I
why
think
they have
so.
so many polygamy relationships these days.
I think
Yes,
so.
it can happen. People can do it.
They like one thing in one person and
And
something
something
else
else in the
in
other
another
person.
person.
Yes, it can happen. But
But
yes, Gigi, people can love more than one person, but do you want to sit around and have him love you and somebody else, or you want all the love? It's up to you.
I want all myself. I selfish. Sorry.
And
if
that's
I'm loving you-
okay.
so if I'm
And
loving
that's
you alone,
okay.
if I'm giving everything about me to you alone, why can't you do the same for me?
That's because you see, you want to give everything. Why are you giving he everything? Why you giving something for yourself?
No, that's different. I do. When I said I'm giving everything to you, meaning I'm not sharing it with somebody else.
Understood. But
Right?
this is
I'm
who
not
he
sharing it with
is.
somebody. But if you want to share, let me go down the road.
But this is who he is. Some people accept that because they know that you alone can't satisfy this person. They figure if you want to bring somebody else to really to satisfy him, that is you allowing him to do whatever he wants to do. I ain't no
Sure.
concubine, okay? I ain't no concubine.
Well, I was
won't be
just
no
about to
mistress.
say if
It's
the
a
person
choice.
accepts it, it's a
That's what I'm
choice.
saying. It's a
Right.
choice. You have
Right.
to accept it. If you want to accept it, people do that all the time. We have
You accept it.
polygamy or whatever you call it, relationships happening all over the place. Some of us
Listen,
did not come up like that.
But hold on.
Neo said it.
We
Neo
come from
said
the
it.
old school.
But hold on. The man asked a specific question. Leslie answer it and she say yes.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, gone into something completely different. Can you love two persons? Can you love two people at the same time?
That's
Yes.
what women
Can
do.
you love two people at the same time?
You can at
Go
different
send a
At
intensity.
different intensity? And that's the question that he asked. So yes is the answer.
But listen,
Yes.
there's a but.
Yes is the
I have a
answer.
but.
It ain't no buts. It ain't no
I
buts.
have a
Yes,
but.
you can.
I
No,
have a
so
but.
can I have a follow up? Yeah, make a sound like Parliament.
I
Can I
have
have
a
a follow up?
but. Me not answer.
With
I
anybody
have
at
a but.
debate, so.
My but is that yes, you can love two persons at the same time at different intensity, but there is no way you're going to get 100% of all that you require in one person. And if you are going to be in a relationship with a person and there are things that are not there and you are not willing to compromise, you have to ensure that a person agrees with that fact that you need to go out for other things. If that person is not agreeing, that's cheating.
Yes. Actually accepting these
If there are
relationships.
people who accept it, yes, I said Neo said he's in a wonderful
There you go. Them girls
right.
don't want. Them girls
And,
fine with whatever
and
is
them
going
girls
on.
said they love it and they're happy.
Because not everybody wants to give their all to one person. Now, some people don't want to be the one washing and cooking and cleaning and doing all of these things. Some people just want to go out and have fun. Some people don't want to be the one tied down at home. Some people just want to be the one to come and get pick up and carry out. You understand? So they have different kind of relations. Yes, you can love more than one person. People do that all the time.
No, I didn't ask.
If people can do it, you want to know if we can love
Different intensity of love.
I just
people at
asked
the
if
same
by
time.
chance if you can love two people at the same time, various intensity. And you guys
yes,
say
you
yes.
can. The
My
answer is yes.
follow-up question: would you be with two people that you have love for various intensity? And the reason why, go ahead.
I think that's why you use the word levels of intensity.
Oh no, it's two different complete questions,
Mm.
right? It is two different complete questions. You've mentioned, Idris, about growing, intensity growing over a period of time. In a relationship, it will take a few months or years, perhaps. But I want to be rigorously honest with you, ladies. When you speak to people about relationship, would you say that, hey, don't watch nothing, this is going to grow? Or do couples really try hard to maintain an intensity from it cooling down? Which is it? Okay, because to think about it.
I honestly believe, right? And the intensity with this thing called love comes from your emotions. And that is why I said earlier, I have reached a stage in life. I'm 55 years old. And I have had past experiences, and every experience that I've had has taught me something. And I have gotten to this place where I don't allow myself to become emotionally engaged. I don't allow myself to do that. And in doing that my way, like I say again, I'm going to love you intentionally. But you see this thing where I can get jealous and I can get vexed if me near from you and I can this and I can that. I don't do that.
Absolutely.
And for that, it is easy for a person like me to be with two people, which that's not my style. But it would be easy for me because I am not emotionally attached to anybody. So I can be like a man, and that's a man thing.
True.
Where they can have 5, 6 women.
Not only men on this day and age.
You understand? That's a man thing because men got to think that they say, oh, baby, I love you for my own reasons. I love you for my own reasons. I love it. That's because they're not emotionally attached to nobody until they get emotionally attached and then their heart get broken and then they realize that they shouldn't run around like that.
Yep.
The thing for the women's side is called bisexual now. They're bi. They're bi. Let's give them the opportunity to love different people because they're
I'm
bi.
not of the opinion that you love without emotional intensity or emotional involvement. If you love, emotion gotta tie in itself.
Mhm.
Maybe you're being precautious because you
Exactly.
were hurt
Yeah. Yeah.
and you were very skeptical about
Mhm.
certain things. But if you're gonna tell me you love, but you're emotionally attached, what kind of love is that? Love has to
Unintentional love.
no, love has to have
Your
some form of
emotions.
emotion in it.
That's your opinion.
No, but
No,
That
it's
is
serious.
your opinion. That is your opinion.
Serious.
That is your
but,
opinion.
but
That's how I
Idris,
feel.
I have to agree with Kendra to an extent.
That's fine.
My emotions will get involved if I'm in love with you. But it's not to that place where I can get so wrapped up and tied up and I got all crazy, all of no. There will be some kind of emotion.
You're aware. You have
We
awareness.
exactly. Hey, Idris. When I come out the show, I got to talk to you.
Listen, let me tell you something. I know a lot of people, and I said it already, I know a lot of people don't believe in planet, right? I'm a Libra.
In what?
In planet, in the signs. I'm a Libra.
Zodiac signs.
Zodiac signs. I'm a Libra, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes I honestly to God believe my heart is made of steel.
Hey, you see, I didn't want to on the show just for you.
Because no, seriously.
No,
Seriously.
hold on before you go forward though. I didn't want to say it on the show, so that's why when I come out the show, that you're hard like rock.
And that is because of life experiences.
But Idris,
You understand? So now to protect myself, I have hardened my heart.
But you cannot harden your heart and still love somebody like that.
Exactly.
You cannot do that.
Oh, really? That's how I doing it.
Listen to me.
That's
how I doing it.
That's not
They
love.
love.
That's
Hello.
not love.
Stop. Whisper that. Don't say that. You don't want people to hear that. I think it differs for everybody.
Listen to me.
But
I understand where you're coming from. Yes, I've been through that before, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to. That love is still going to be, but I'm still cautious. My emotions it's all wrapped up with you, yes, but I am still cautious. I tell you straight up, I still can't get hurt. But Idris, your heart like stone. Sorry.
it's true. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. Listen to me. And I don't knock nobody.
I don't want to tell her on the show. I was waiting.
I don't.
We come out the show.
But
Then
you see, Gigi knows a personal side of me because I share stuff with Gigi, right?
Mhm.
Let me tell you something. I love so deep and so intentional. But I can wake up tomorrow morning and walk away from a relationship that I would have been in for a number of years and never shed a tear. Never shed a tear, never lose no sleep, never stop eat, never do none of that.
So you mean to
And
tell me
guess
you ever
what?
felt a type of way? You walk away after substantial amount of time and commitment. You as a woman who is entrenched with love and connection and compassion, love deep, walked away without feeling anything. That is what you're saying to me? Absolutely anything?
Drayton, listen to me. There were times in my life when a relationship broke for me and I would cry myself a river. Lose 10 pounds in 2 days. Look like me color falling through. I have gotten to a place where I stay on top of my emotions. And if I find myself becoming too emotionally attached, I draw myself back because I want to always have that control. I know what it feels like, and it's the worst feeling ever. And I will never experience that again.
Well,
you would never do a deep dive with love again. Are you?
I ain't doing no emotional intensity and no love. I'm gonna love you deeply, intentionally. I will love you deeply, intentionally. Absolutely. Listen, let me tell you something. I bet y'all like love man better than y'all with that emotional intensity. With my intentional love. With my intentional love. So don't knock what I'm saying unless you live it. You understand? Because
All of these
Kendra,
women
I
here
can tell
married
you
already
something.
and divorced. So we have
Hell
some
yeah,
form of
been there,
God.
done that. Been there and done that. Yes, I was once a wife. And I
Exactly.
walked away. I can't tell you all this story on here. I walked away from that marriage so cold. Listen to me. You see, when you experience certain things in life, you either pull yourself together or you're going to fall completely apart. I chose to pull myself together. I'm going to love you intentionally, but I'm not going to love you with no emotional intensity so that you can mess me up ever again.
Well, I don't see how one separates from the other, but what I can see is that past experience and hurt does make your heart get hard. And for me, it makes it harder for you to dive deeper in a relationship with someone because you're afraid to love. But that doesn't mean that you have no emotional intensity. If you love,
In
emotion
the
is
real
there.
of the man, Idris. Oh,
If you
just oh, Idris. That's now, man, you beat me, Idris. Idris, you beat
So
me.
you said,
Yes,
you just,
let's talk for Idris. I have an ice box where my heart used to be.
Hello, yeah, I don't know. Hey, this woman is easy, you know. But I tell you the truth, she's like a rock star.
Maturity teaches you wisdom.
Hey,
And I have
they
matured
know, they know
and
you
I have
wisdom.
evolved
They know
when
you
it comes
wisdom.
to loving.
You just
Here, no,
hard
you
loving.
here. Maturity teach you pain.
You paid.
Listen to me. Kendra, this brings me to the point you were making when we were discussing the topic in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said, love your wife as Christ loved the church
Mm-hmm.
and gave himself a ransom for it. How many men love their wives like that?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let me talk about emotional intensity.
oh, wow. That's a good
Let's talk about emotional intensity.
But listen,
That you
every
would give up your
relationship
life for your wife.
measurement is a different stick. Is a different yardstick.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You
If
can't measure
you can
somebody
tell
else's
me,
love relationship to your love relationship.
if you're gonna tell me that you can love your husband like Christ loved the church and give himself a ransom,
I
and
know I
you gonna
can't.
ransom your life,
Hey, Papa.
I
hey.
can't, but I will strive to. It is my goal. But I can't. I'm not
He
there.
promised nobody that.
I am not
Ransom?
there.
That's a deep. No.
listen, I love and I love deeply. But what I do, I safeguard my heart. I love and I love deeply. I am at a place where I don't allow myself to get hurt. And it's no joke. I walk away from relationship that I have invested a lot in. Gigi, no. And just woke up one day and looked at my dissatisfied self and said, I can't do this no more.
Gosh, I'll tell you something.
And left.
Nobody.
And left. I ain't cry a day. I eat every day. My life continued to go on every day, just minus that one person.
Well, look on the brighter note. Look how fluffy
And that's-
you look in
and that's
Barbados
because-
right now. You see, I'm telling you, your bounce back good. So don't stress
I
it.
never went down. Bounce back
That's
from where?
because
It's
that's
you
because
say
he
you're
is.
fine, you know. It's you say you cry.
No, I'm talking now.
Yes.
That I can walk away from a relationship that I've had for substantial years and feel no hurt, no anger, no enmity, no nothing towards that person. Absolutely nothing towards them. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Feel
Oh my
nothing
God.
towards them. I
Oh,
talk to you. I can be there for you.
Yeah, man, Frank.
I disagree. Look,
I
you
couldn't
say
live
you love.
with
Man,
somebody.
Frank will marry you.
Listen, you say you love deeply, but if you hold back parts of yourself to stay safe, is the
Then you
real
love.
love or is just control love? Eh?
All right. All
Because
right.
the truth is, real love requires vulnerability.
That's right.
If you are calculating how much you're gonna give, if you are constantly guarding quote unquote your heart, that's non-conditional love, man. There's love with insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't love with insurance. It's all right.
Although you can't convince this woman's different.
Okay. You know, right?
But listen to this, right? I want to bet you all my last dollar. If I pull my ex up on this show he would say that the way I loved him was one of the deepest, purest love that he ever had.
Oh, you know though.
Oh, you
Because
know.
I know for a fact, I want to put my neck where my money there.
I want you bringing up now.
Did you want my business as well? You?
I'll bring you up now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another Mother's Day event. Odie's 6th annual. So this is Odie's 6th annual pre-Mother's Day brunch. And it's also on May 9th.
Yep.
The attire is green, black, and white. And the entry is $75. And they would like to have tickets paid by April 25th. And it's in Hempstead, Long Island. Start time is, I don't see a start time, but they have music by Yonette Hooper and Super Ray One Man Band. Yes. So that's another Mother's Day event. And very, very importantly, not to forget, we do have a replay of the Gigi show being aired on WFFR radio station. And that will be on Wednesdays starting at 6 p.m. Am I correct? 6 p.m.?
Yes, on
Yes.
Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on WFFR radio station. We will post the link for WFFR radio station in the various chat, YouTube and Facebook. So you guys can have the link to just tap in and listen, as well as we do have our friend DJ Quinn, who is our regular on that station. And he has a program on Sunday, the Mature Mixer. It starts from, is it 2 or 1? I'm trying to remember 2.
2.
Right.
2 at 2.
2. It starts from 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. So tune in. And then we have a special item that is there. You know, last week Granny went Super Bowl. You see this Granny on this show? There's a young Granny. Granny hot. But Granny does be on the show at 2:30. Right.
Yes.
Granny comes in to give us a little bit of knowledge on her experiences back in the day. I think I'm gonna let Granny talk to Idris. And so
but Kendra, you gotta let the public know who's Granny.
well, I was getting to that.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So
okay.
our Granny is no other than our own Leslyn Bob Semple. Granny, give us something.
Well, you know, since Georgie did, I ain't do this Valentine thing in a long time. Georgie used to bring the nice wine, and so we would sit down and drink the little wine and thing together. And then we would do the little wickedness, you know. Especially on Valentine's Day. But yeah,
Oh Lord.
and so tomorrow Granny gonna be talking about Valentine's and all the lovely things that she and Georgie used to do back in the day and so.
Talent, a woman of great talent, a woman of great talent.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
So we are coming down to the end. We're winding down. I'm gonna ask the ladies to give their closing. I will start with my friend to my top right. That lady with a cold heart.
Hey.
My heart is very warm. My heart is very loving.
Yes.
Listen to me. Love how y'all want to love.
Yes.
However you feel comfortable loving, y'all don't have to choose my kind of love. However you feel comfortable loving, love however you want to love.
Mhm.
But just be kind and be intentional with your loving, all right?
Leslyn.
My take, you guys know, nobody is responsible for you, your feelings, your love. Nobody should be responsible for that. You should be responsible for yourself. We should not sit around waiting for people to love us. Love yourself. Take yourself out, buy yourself roses, buy yourself gifts. It's okay. You don't sit and wait for anyone to do that. I know a lot of us grew up without our dads, so we didn't have that first love situation. And some of us are single mothers with sons, and and they don't have the father figure in their lives to teach them how to treat a woman and that kind of stuff. So ladies, do it. Do it. Break those generational curses. Men, stop waiting until Valentine's Day to give your woman a gift, to show your love or whatever. Women like little things. Know your woman. Cleveland was saying, teach us how to treat you. Open your mouth, closed mouth don't get fed.
Absolutely.
If you like jewelry, tell your man you like jewelry. He might not be able, he might get you a Rikins, but it's jewelry. You might give them little wood earrings, but you might like it. Tell your man how to treat you. Some men don't have the opportunity, did not have the opportunity to be raised in a household where they were told, you should really sit down and talk to your woman. Tell him, let me sit down and talk.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing about I wanted to touch with before I go with Idris saying that she could be in a relationship and just walk away. It happens without feeling anything for that person or whatever. It can happen.
Yeah, hard man.
Shut up. Women sit down women sit down in relationship, in loveless marriages, waiting for this man to love. Get what?
That's different.
People it can happen, and you can move on and forget about that person, and that way you open up yourself for the right man to come around and love you.
Yep.
Stop sitting in relationships waiting to be loved when the real love out there, and you sit down in this darkness. Get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Stop holding on to stuff that a friend of mine like to say, Freddie's dead, man. Stop holding on and beating on a dead horse.
Yeah.
You deserve to be happy.
Get out there and find your happiness. Stop waiting. You get in a relationship and only Valentine's Day you getting a gift. What? You understand what I'm saying? Know your worth.
Yep.
Know that you are worthy.
Yep.
Of whatever it is you need. Do not settle. I'm talking on both sides. Stop settling in these relationships, whether you're a man or a woman. Stop staying in relationships just because the man you got 2 children for this man and they got 2 other children over there and you don't know. You sitting there waiting and he in love with somebody else. And stop sitting in a relationship with somebody who tell you, listen, I love you and I love her. I love you because you cook and clean, and I love she because she's like party and go out and hang out. You don't have to stay there, but you can. If you think that's good enough for you. But don't complain about it, because complaining about it means that you're not happy and comfortable in it. So love is not all about material things. Valentine has become so commercial that people don't put their all into it anymore. People just buy roses and all kind of thing. They don't put thoughts into gifts anymore. But you can do better. Talk to your better half. Talk to the person that you're with. Talk to your love. Express yourself. Open your mouth and speak. All right? And yes, if you're neighbor there with a cheating husband or man anymore, beat out. Later.
Don't.
Yes, Gigi.
I know Leslie said a mouthful, and I want to reiterate. Don't stay where you're not loved or where you're not happy. Pick up your Georgie bundle and keep it moving like I did. I felt that I wasn't getting what I needed in my ex or in my former marriage, and I said, I'm not doing it. And I picked up and I walked out. And I don't regret it. Sometimes it may be a bit tough when you got to do it on your own. But find the strength, go on the inside and pull it up, put it out. And there's someone out there who's going to love the heck out of you. Man, listen, you're going to beg you to stop loving you. But don't stay where you're not needed, where you're being rejected, because you know what's going to happen? That person's going to continue to hurt you. Once you stay there, you're going to continue to be hurt. So find the strength. If you're not happy in a relationship or in a marriage, just let it go. and start loving yourself. And when you start to love yourself and respect yourself, whether it be a male or a female, then someone else is going to love you unconditionally. Have yourself a good night.
Drayton?
If you're going through trial times, work on the relationship. Don't abandon ship. Work on your relationship. Look and live life. I believe that you could love deeply. But the thing is, are you loving wisely or consciously? Can you feel intensely? Are you choosing intentionally, as the topic is about? So, because at the end of the day, look, real love is not about losing yourself in someone. This is my humble opinion. I think it's about two whole person choosing each other fully, consciously, without fear of controlling the outcome. Fear cannot control how we do this thing, man.
True.
If by chance we do this thing, we're doing this thing. Right? We in the pan and out the pan. One foot can in and one foot out. Let me live life on life terms. It's rather you're in this with me or you're not with me. You understand, man? This is what it is. So if you're gonna love families, listeners, look, love with awareness, man. Love with courage. Don't do it with ego. But most importantly, love in a way, as Idris rightfully mentioned, that both individuals could grow. Y'all take care.
Yes. So as I would have said, love grows, and use love languages. Use your love languages. Come to your relationship with what you expect. And the fact that you would have expectations for that for yourself would mean that you love yourself. You know how you want to be treated. And you will say to your partner, look, I like this. I enjoy that. I enjoy that. What do you like? What do you enjoy? If we can come with expectations or come with how we would like to be treated or how we know that we can be treated, we can come to an agreement. We can come to compromise. Oh, I was never a person growing up, I never learned about giving gifts and so on. That was my upbringing, and I feel like it helps our relationship. It's going to help our relationship. It's going to build our bond. And so it's now a teaching and learning experience while compromising and so forth. So love grows, use love languages, and strike a balance. Be intentional in your loving and have emotional intensity. But emotional intensity is guarded with experience. A lot of hurt women do not want to invest their emotions too much because at times it can leave them in a state where they're not comfortable. While sometimes if you don't know how to love, you love intentionally and love with an intensity that it's unhealthy. You just love this person beyond, you don't giving them no space to breathe, no you time and that kind of stuff. There's a balance. There's a balance with everything. So for me, I feel like love grows, be intentional, don't settle, stand up for what you want, speak for what you want, say what you need and what you expect. Because nobody's going to say how you should be treated if you accept or you do not accept it. So with all that said, do have a beautiful
Kendra,
rest of your day.
before we go, I just want to give a reminder of the Know Your Word Foundation retreat that's coming up on May 1st to the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
The retreat we only host 20 women, and we already have 11 slots gone, so we only have 9 available. If you're interested in being a part of the retreat, please reach out to either myself or Gigi. There's a $25 registration fee that is attached to hold your slot. The retreat costs $300. The $300 must be completed in payment by April 1st, and that is because we have to pay for the place. We have made a deposit, but we still have to finish paying it off. So happy early birthday, Mr. Arlequin. Yeah, we still have to pay it off. So all payments must be completed by April 1st. You can pay in how many sections you want as long as you completed by April 1st. And I want to give a birthday shout out to my first love. That is my goddaughter, Danella. She celebrated her 38th. Oh my God, I'm old. She celebrated her 38th birthday yesterday. Danella, I know I didn't post anything, but your godmother love you madly, truly, deeply, and forever. And I hope you had a wonderful day. I love you, my dear.
And guys, don't forget Purpose in the Storm. Grab your copy. Purpose in
That's
the
right.
Storm. Listen, that's a powerful story in that book. And I also, let me say this quickly. I was invited to speak at the brunch, and in Hampstead. Kendra, your feet was too short. I was asked to speak at that brunch today, and I will be there with my book for those who are interested in being a part of that brunch. I will be there, and I'll be speaking to the women. So hopefully, I see a lot of you there. Or you can choose whether you want to be the one in Hempstead or you want to be the one in Brooklyn. All right, you have choices wherever you want to go. But either way,
They might be able to make both because brunch is morning, so and the other one is in the evening. So they
I
might
was
be
even
able to
saying
make
that to
both.
Kendra, that I was asking her what time is that brunch, so that I
Mm.
can able to try to see if we can juggle both brunches.
Should be able
But
to.
Yes. Well,
nevertheless, don't
ours
forget
is like an after lunch, not the brunch. It's like an after lunch.
after lunch. Okay.
Right. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Anyway, thank you
Yes.
so much, Kendra.
Yes. So great show, guys. Please do not forget to share the live and continue to support us. Thank you all for for the persons who are listening. Thank you for the comments in the chat. We did not get to read all of them, but we know that you're invested and we're going to read them afterwards. Thank you so much for your continued support. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Without further ado, bye, guys.
Bye.